Hi everyone, welcome to DIY Ideas. Today I want to show you a wonderful scarf, super easy to do, just half treble crochets and slip stitches, and this is the effect that you get. So I think it looks wonderful. It's also super easy to do. It's very cuddly, very warm. So yeah, I'm going to show you what I used for it, how I did it. So let's get started. Okay, so we have the Woolly Hugs Easy, and I love this yarn. It's so soft, it's so warm, and yeah, I'm gonna use a little bit under an entire ball. So you see I started this one a little bit, but we still have a lot left over. So this is an example that you see on here, and then let's see, 70% acrylic, 30% virgin wool, and we have here 200 grams per 440 meters. If you want this exact color, it's number 781. And yeah, it's for a 7 to 8 millimeter hook. I'm using my 6 millimeter one. I think it should still work pretty nicely, but let's check it out together. So yeah, we have kind of gray shades in here, black, darker gray, a little bit of white in here as well. So it should be also a very pretty result in the end. So I'm taking the middle out, and I want to find the very beginning that we can start with. Okay, so there we are. Let's get started. We first do a slip knot, and then we're going to chain an even number of chains. So the width is up to you. The more chains you do, the wider your scarf is going to be, and vice versa. And yeah, let's see how many I do. $18, $19, and $20, and this is the width that I'm gonna stop with. I think this is gonna look good, but as I said, you can do more or less. Okay, so now we can skip this first chain that we did. So into the second chain from the hook, we're gonna do one slip stitch. There we go. Now yarn over, and we're going to do a half treble crochet. So we have 3 loops on our hook, and we're going through all of them at once. And then we're going to keep changing those two. So one slip stitch and then one half treble crochet, and then keep repeating that. So I'm almost at the end. I have the very last stitch. So you're always going to start and end with a slip stitch. And this way we're finished with our very first round. And for now you can't really see the pattern, but you're going to be able to see it soon. Okay, so let's do a chain for the height, and then we can turn. And then we're again starting with a slip stitch through the first stitch that we have here. And then we're again going to do a half treble crochet, and we're again going to keep changing between those two. So we're basically doing the exact same thing one more time. And now you may be able to notice the texture as well, but we'll do a couple more rows and then it's going to be a lot easier. So here we need a slip stitch, and then right after it a half treble crochet. So it's super easy to remember. You just start with a slip stitch and then you keep changing slip stitch, half treble crochet, and so on. The very last slip stitch might be a little bit tricky to get in because they tend to get a little bit tenser, a little bit tighter, but nevertheless you can make it. And then we're going to chain one for the height, and we can start the next row. And we're going to do again the same thing. So slip stitch and then half treble crochet. And yeah, it's again the same thing. So just remember, you always start and end with a slip stitch. Okay, you guys, so I did a couple of rows as you can see, and this is what I have to show you as a little update. I think it's a lot nicer with the white than with the darker shades because it's much more visible what the structure is like, and the texture is really nice. So you see these awesome little lines that form in here, and that's exactly due to the stitches that we did, and I think it looks awesome. By ending with slip stitches, this is the edge that you get, and that's why we're doing it. It's really flat, really straight, really nice and neat. And yeah, we have a little bit left over to do. So I see here darker shades and then a little bit of a lighter gray in here. So yeah, now I'm gonna continue in the exact same manner, and I'm gonna show you what I have when I finish. Okay, so I think I finished all of it. So you can see all of the lovely colors in here. I'm gonna try to go through most of them. So you see the darker and lighter shades of gray here. I think it looks really good with the little stripes that it forms. And yeah, you see here different sections. It's always darker and lighter and then again darker. And I think the texture looks really lovely with the changing colors. It's definitely warm. So the length that I got is about 150, maybe 160 centimeters. And yeah, pretty stretchy. I think it looks lovely. Of course, if you have more yarn, you can do a longer scarf or a shorter one if you prefer that. So yeah, now I don't have enough for another row, which is why I'm gonna stop here. And I'm just gonna pull this leftover bit out. Just make sure you're pulling on the right end. Okay, and then we can tighten a little bit to keep everything in place. And yeah, now we have the beginning and the end to weave in, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I love this lighter piece in here, this lighter section that we have. And yeah, it just brings a lot of color into it, and it makes it look even more interesting. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to shoot a thumbs up, subscribe, click on the notification bell. See you next time. Bye!